Hi, welcome to It's a Slate of Mind, the entertainment industry's video podcast where we spark conversations about what we're all thinking but don't talk about enough. Today we're talking about opinions with my featured guest, Naddya Alicea.
Hello.
Naddya is a great friend of mine, and we're gonna just, ask a few questions about you, get to know you. So, Naddya, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where you're from? How long have you been here in Atlanta?
So, hello everyone. I am Naddya Alicea. I am an actress slash singer slash sometimes model and slash definitely makeup artist.
Definitely?
Definitely makeup artist. Okay. Yeah. I'm
not sure about the first three.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure about the modeling.
Oh,
sure
okay.
about the other ones. Sometimes modeling and then definitely makeup artist.
Cool.
So that's what I do. I am originally from Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico, moved to Orlando, Florida when I was like 13. So I was kind of like half raised there. I then studied at the University of Florida. That's where I met Michael, who you guys will meet eventually. Allie's wonderful partner. And that's how I know Allie. And then we moved to Atlanta a couple months before you guys moved over here. So I've been here like 7 months?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's over the summer. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Naddya. Naddya is super talented, and she is always doing something. So,
and I have lots of opinions.
And this is something I kind of thought would be a good thing to talk about, just because it is, and not even just in entertainment, literally in every aspect of our lives. People are going to have opinions. Yeah. People are going to, turn those opinions into gossip. People, are always going to have something to say about what other people are doing. And I think especially in this industry when it is so personal, it is something that is so, innately tied to who we are as people in a lot of ways that is a challenge that we all face. And I think one of the biggest things that people struggle with is knowing who to listen to and who not to listen to. Because obviously, there are certain people who have opinions that are really useful and really constructive and are designed to, make you better. But then there's also people out there who are, trying to tear you down or just want to get a word in without any actual expertise. So what has been like your experience with that? Like, what would you say? I guess I kind of call it my bullshit meter.
Oh, yeah.
Where I kind of have to judge, each person that you talk to, is this someone whose opinion is worth listening to or not? Like, what kind of, what would you say?
I think it depends, because I think the first thing that I do when I'm kind of assessing if I should take this opinion into consideration is, as you said, like their expertise or experience, but sometimes that doesn't really matter. Because I've had experiences, and I've had experiences where people in the industry that are very well-versed have given me their opinions, and I'm like, well, I do respect your opinion, you don't care about me, and you don't really care about my development, you don't have the best interest behind your opinion.
Sure.
You're just there to criticize, and that's different too.
Right. Yeah, I know, even beyond all of that, I know you could be someone who's really very experienced on top of their shit, and maybe they're just having a bad day.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're in a funk, maybe they're in a mood, and so the things that they're saying aren't, maybe how they truly feel or what they're truly thinking.
Yeah.
Obviously there are sometimes people are just being dicks, but sometimes it could be someone who maybe is just having a bad day.
Oh, I know people, and it's not my place to say anything, but I know people that only have in their lives people that are yes men.
Yeah.
People that are only just telling them, oh my God, you're so good, this looks amazing, you're great. But me being in the industry, knowing how things should work, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't post that. Maybe you should, try another song, because that song doesn't fit you. Right. Little things like that. I think that we also need to surround ourselves with people that are willing to give us honest opinions.
We'll tell you the hard truth. So, that is such a good point, because I know several people like that too, where they only want to hear that they're doing well, or that they're talented, or, and then when someone does finally give them, maybe some hard truth or even just questions about, the reality of what's going on, they don't really know how to handle it, and they realize that they haven't been growing. And that, that's one of my biggest fears is what do you do with those unwanted opinions? Like when you're faced with someone either just being super catty or, you're in person, you're standing there, and they tell you, or they start going off.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Unwarranted with opinions about your performance or your career or anything. Like, what, in your experience, has been the best way to, like, combat that?
I think that, and you do this really well, we've talked about this, I try to be gracious as I can be. I just smile and nod and, yeah, okay. How do I say this? Like, I try not to take it too personal. Yeah. Like, I know that sometimes people just want to help, or they want to bring you down on purpose, like, there's different things. So I kind of have to, like, build a wall sometimes when I know it's coming or I feel it's coming, just so that I can protect myself and my own sanity. Yeah. And just kind of divert the opinion or attention or conversation to something else. Right. And again, you're really good at this.
Well, I have had training from Disney.
Yeah. Oh, true.
It's so funny. I feel like our industry, because it's, people are always watching movies and watching TV shows. Once they hear that you're part of the industry, they think that they automatically are allowed to have an opinion as well. Yeah. And I think it's so interesting because people have no qualms. And when you really think about it, and I've done this too, like, in all honesty, I'll watch films or I'll see TV shows and I'll find myself blurting out a comment or an opinion about it that when I, like, think back and I check myself, I'm like, wow, if that actress or if that actor were in this room right now, I would never say that to them. But for some reason,
that's social media. That's like how we're the internet.
We have such like a.
That's like a whole different podcast.
I think people, and even us as actors, we forget that even though we're viewing something that is from a fantasized world and it's not real, the people there are still real. And we wouldn't say that about a doctor or like a pilot or someone who works in an office. Like we don't have that mentality because
well, we also feel justified.
Right, people feel so justified in that because they feel like they own some part of it or part of us as actors. And I think that's a very weird.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get really ranty for a second.
Okay, but go for it.
Lord Jesus Christ. When people think that they're entitled to actors' attention just because they're the reason that they got there. This is happening a lot, especially with like social media influencers, because like they are so personal to us. They are like friends because we see them every day in their vlogs. They talk to us, hey guys, hey friends, I love you guys. So people have a really personal connection with these celebrities, even with like mainstream celebrities, even with Ariana Grande, even with all the big people, because of social media. We get to see into their lives. And it just baffles me when people decide to go into these celebrities' houses to feel entitled to their time. And parents do it too. Yeah. Parents bring their kids over to these people's houses. And they're like, oh, we pay for your bills because you are here because of us. And it just it just like freaks me out because I'm like, how could you think that? Like, you wouldn't have your boss from like a freaking like CEO in a company like knock at your door at 3 a.m. and be like, hey, can you give me attention because I pay your bills?
Like the segue between an opinion about something and just like straight up gossip. Because I feel like that's something that our industry has a tendency to have to develop into a negative culture.
It's so hard. I think that the line is really blurry because I think that people nowadays don't understand when something is an opinion and when something is facts and when something is toxic. Like, and that's the problem because, again, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but you don't have to say your opinion if it's going to hurt someone.
And I feel like it really brings down a community of performers and of entertainment professionals as a whole.
We're not in those groups.
Yeah, I was going to say, also, I feel like we're really good about finding people and only tolerating.
We can really spot them.
Oh, yeah.
We can spot them a mile away.
Yeah, like I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So, like, when we go to events or when we're meeting new groups of people, I mean, if I can tell someone wants to take a conversation into the gossip route, I have no time for that.
Again, you're really good at diverting that stuff.
I just don't have. I don't know, man. I want my my surroundings to be
Yeah.
positive and uplifting, because it is hard enough. It is hard enough with everything else that we have going on.
Yeah.
I have, I want to give my time to other people who are also going to be positive and who are also going to be supportive, and not waste it on people who are going to try to drag my energy and my mood down, or potentially perpetuate that feeling for other people, even if I don't know them. Like, especially if I don't know them, I never want to be part of those conversations.
This is how I do it. Because life has hit me hard sometimes, but like not staying shut, like my mouth shut. Again, because I was raised in my household, like if something's wrong, you say it and you talk, well, sometimes, and you talk about it and like you fix it. Because if you stay quiet, no one's going to fix it for you.
Sure.
So I sometimes have been a little bit too vocal about the things that I hear. So I have learned to stay quiet. I try to be Switzerland. I try to just like hear what people have to say, and I'm just listening, because sometimes people just want to talk.
Right.
Because they think it's interesting to talk about that sort of stuff. And I just listen. So at work or anywhere where I am, I'm usually the person that knows everything but doesn't say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because I'm just like, I'll listen to you and I'm really good at listening to you. Maybe that's a psych in me, Like,
sure.
Maybe that's just that part of me that's really good at listening. But like, I'm not going to be spewing all these different gossips to people. Like,
Right.
I'll know it. Maybe I'll be more wary of some people, because I'm also not going to share my life with them, because then they're going to spread it too. Also, you have to kind of make a distinction between gossip and hurtful behavior.
Right.
Especially in our industry. Because I've encountered people that are toxic people, or people that are, involved in sexual harassment, people that are involved in making the community not a safe place. And I think that that's also the difference between like gossip and keeping a community safe.
Last question.
Yes.
What would you say to someone who's maybe either new to the industry or is just in a place right now where they really struggle with internalizing people's opinions and those really negative opinions? What would you say to someone who that's like a struggle that they're going through?
You have to get a thick skin. Like, you have to. Like, there's no way that you're going to be successful in this industry unless you learned to take opinions and to take criticism and to take feedback and be able to process it correctly. I think that you should be aware of when people give you their opinions and when people give you their criticisms. I think you should know when something is constructive and when something is damaging. And you also need to be confident in yourself. I think that's the biggest thing, because I've seen so many people doubt themselves and again surround themselves by yes man, and then you have this thing where they're not growing as an artist.
Right.
They're not growing as an individual because they only have people telling them what they want to hear. So they're not really open to opinions because they're too worried about hurting themselves.
Yeah.
So you have to try and build yourself into this stronger person in order to be in the industry. Like, there's no way that you can do it if you can't take criticism.
Right.
There's no way if you can't do it, you don't take rejection.
And to be honest enough to accept the constructive criticism.
Yes.
I would also say something that I took a really long time to learn was, especially with, maybe those comments from people who maybe aren't qualified to give you their opinion, is that this industry is all so subjective.
Oh, gosh, yes.
It's so subjective. There are some casting directors who will love you. Some will not care for you. Same with directors. Same with other actors. Same with friends. And you're not gonna and you're just not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. And that doesn't mean that you're bad or that you're not good enough or talented enough or attractive enough or a good enough person. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show. Where can people connect with you?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Naddya_Michelle, and that is Naddya Michelle, because my name is very interesting.
And I'll put it in the show notes.
Yes. And then Facebook, Naddya Michelle again. My website, you can see my stuff. It's NaddyaMichelle.com or NaddyaAlicea.com, and it's ALICEA, like Alice and at the end. My name is very unique, guys. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm mostly active on Instagram. That's kind of a business card nowadays.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cool. Well, this has been It's a Slate of Mind. I'm Alison Hazelden.
I'm Naddya Alicea.
And thank you so much for joining us, guys. Bye!